Welcome back to Next Week Tonight. I'm your host and human asparagus, William Griffin. The segment tonight is called He Said What? Tonight, we're taking a deep dive into Joe Lonsdale. Joe Lonsdale is a venture capitalist slash general partner over at the firm 8VC, which has nothing to do with AC/DC, PVC, or C3PO. I checked. Lonsdale just dropped his article on Philanthropy titled The Dissident's Guide to Philanthropy, How to Give Money and Keep Your Integrity in the 2020s, which is similar to an article I wrote called How to Get Money and Lose Your Integrity in Your 20s. Link in the description below. Now, Twitter is all abuzz about Lonsdale's article. In fact, there's more buzzing than the time I tried getting my own honey. Now, Joe Lonsdale is a Silicon Valley entrepreneur and co-founder of Palantir Technologies, or for you Lord of the Ring fans, the Eye of Sauron for data mining. In his article, Lonsdale has a bone to pick with what he calls big philanthropy. I can relate because I have a bone to pick with big theater. I should have been tree number 2. Like any man of the 21st century, Lonsdale begins his article in Greek. The word philanthropy comes to English from the Greek Philanthropia. The word has two roots. Philos, to have an affinity for or to love, and anthropos, mankind. Together they form philanthropy, or love of mankind. And that's what philanthropy is supposed to be about, as opposed to, say, Philippos, hippos, horses. Philip, a man who loves horses. Folks, if this Greek mumbo-jumbo is true, then I'm definitely a Phil Windexist. And maybe you're a Phil Costcoist. Anyway, Lonsdale argues that many of the biggest philanthropists today are more concerned with being liked than actually having a positive impact. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's people doing cringy things on the internet so that they can be loved rather than actually creating value for their fellow man. As an aside, this reminds me of the time I gave to a local organization that feeds local people. The sheer joy of giving that night I'll never forget. Thank you. But what really caught my attention, more than the all-star special pancakes, was Lonsdale's critique of cultural institutions. He says that many traditional institutions are no longer safe giving targets for philanthropists because they've embraced divisive identity politics. It's true. I went to this museum, and the first thing that came to my mind is, why are there giant rooms with big screens? And why is everyone in this room just like me? But then I realized I was in a movie theater watching a movie with Nick Cage. Hashtag, he's our national treasure. And what stuck with me from those movie theater seats, besides the Swedish fish on my pants, was that Joe Lonsdale is right, that philanthropy should be about creating real value, not just a feel-good moment. It's like when I donate to charity and they send me a thank you email with a cute dog picture. Yeah, thanks for the pic, but how about telling me how you actually put that thing down? So, let's take a page out of Joe Lonsdale's book and be daring, be entrepreneurial, and don't just follow arbitrary customs. Because, as I always say, you're entitled to your own opinion, but you're also entitled to your own facts, because everything is subjective and there is no truth. That's it for tonight's show. Thanks for clicking a button, and remember, always keep a healthy dose of skepticism and a heaping spoonful of Pepto-Bismol. 42 ounces of Diet Pepsi, Regal Cinemas? Really? And in conclusion, philanthropy should be about doing real good for others, not just a PR stunt for stroking your own ego. So, let me know in the comments how great I am. Let me know what you think of this segment. The first 2 people to write a topic that you want me to cover in the comments, I'll cover it. Good night, everybody.